You know, a wedding isn't just a single day. It's this incredible event that creates memories that last a lifetime, stories that get told and retold for years. But for the businesses that make it all happen, the venues, the planners, the photographers, what happens to the value of that memory after everyone goes home? And that brings us to a huge question, maybe the biggest missed opportunity in the entire wedding industry. Why does all that value have to end when the music stops? I mean, what if it didn't? What if the memory itself could become a living, breathing asset for your business? Okay, let's really dive into this. We're going to start with the core problem, something we can call the vanishing memory. It's what happens to most businesses in the events world, and it's a real shame. So think about it. For the couple and their guests, the wedding creates this permanent, cherished memory. But for the venue, it's often just treated like a transaction. Once that final invoice is paid and the lights are off, all that marketing potential just evaporates. The connection is completely lost. So, how do we fix this? Well, it really takes a fundamental shift in how we think. We have to stop treating a wedding as just a one-off event and start seeing it for what it truly is, a powerful long-term asset.
Let's look at the difference here. Traditional event marketing, right? It focuses all its energy before and during the wedding. It's totally short term. The alternative, though, is lifecycle marketing. This is where the relationship and the visibility keep going long after the celebration. It's all about the relationship, and its value actually compounds over time. It just gets stronger.
And there's a name for this new approach. It's called a legacy content strategy. It's basically the practice of capturing an event's digital memories, the photos, the videos, the stories, and turning them into a persistent asset that keeps working for you month after month, year after year.
Now, this requires a really powerful shift in your mindset. You're no longer just a service provider, a place to rent, or a person to hire for the day. You become something much, much more important. You become a memory custodian. You're the guardian of that celebration's history.
This all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? How do you put it into practice? Well, that's where the digital legacy model comes in. It gives us a clear, actionable framework to follow. So the model is built on 3 distinct layers, and they all work together. First, you have to store the memory. Second, you make sure engagement continues. And third, you leverage all that to build community visibility. Let's break them down.
All right, layer 1, memory storage. This is your foundation. We're talking about creating a permanent digital home for the event. This means dedicated photo galleries, highlight videos, a place to collect guest messages, and, super important, crediting all the vendors involved. You're essentially building a beautiful digital archive, a keepsake for everyone.
Next up is layer 2, engagement continuity. This is where you maintain that relationship you've built. It could be as simple as sending automated anniversary reminders, or maybe sharing seasonal inspiration, or offering helpful tips for other life celebrations. The absolute key here is that it must be value-based. This is not about spamming them with ads, it's about being genuinely helpful and staying connected. And finally, we have layer 3, community visibility. Once you have this incredible memory hub, you can make it easy for guests to interact and share content. All of a sudden, their networks become your networks. This reinforces the social memory of the event, and it extends your brand's reach so organically, through people who already love what you do. All right, so that's the model. But let's talk about the payoff. Why go to all this trouble? Well, the benefits are very real, very tangible, and best of all, they compound over time.
First and foremost, this drives new business. I mean, think about it. When new couples are looking for a venue, what do they want to see? They want to see real weddings, real stories. By showcasing these beautifully preserved memories, you're giving them powerful social proof. It builds trust and makes them feel way more confident about choosing you.
Another huge benefit is for your SEO, your search engine optimization. Every single legacy page you create is packed with unique text, backlinks from other vendors, and super valuable image and location data. Search engines absolutely love this kind of authentic, user-associated content, and it seriously boosts your authority over time.
Now, this isn't some kind of get-rich-quick marketing scheme. Not at all. It's slow, it's methodical, and it's incredibly powerful authority building. Every single wedding adds another layer to your digital foundation, and that value just accumulates year after year after year. The source material puts it perfectly. Marketing becomes an outcome of service excellence. When you adopt this mindset, marketing isn't some separate chore you have to do. It's just the natural, wonderful results of providing amazing service and truly caring for the memories you help create. So, what does it really mean to become a memory custodian? Well, it's more than just a clever strategy, it's a genuine responsibility. And that responsibility absolutely has to start with ethics. This entire strategy falls apart without trust. You have to get consent before you publish anything. You have to provide easy ways for people to remove their content if they want to. And you have to respect how often you communicate with them. Trust is the absolute foundation of everything.
And one final, really important strategic point: don't build this beautiful legacy on rented land. Relying only on social media platforms is a huge risk. You know how it is. Their algorithms change, their rules change. By owning your own digital legacy infrastructure on your own website, you ensure you have long-term control and brand continuity. It's yours. So this leaves us with a final question for any business in this space. After your next event, after the music fades and the guests go home, ask yourself this: did the experience and all of its value just disappear? Or did you capture it, preserve it, and give it a chance to echo forever?